Chili Down with the Fire Gang by Zod the
Immortal One.
Oh, Zod the Immortal One. For the past few days, things have been taken from Sugar Corner, leaving Pinkie Pie to solve this case, only to find some bizarre creatures that like to party.
It's a sunny day in Ponyville as Pinkie wakes up from her bed with a big stretch.
Good morning, Ponyville,
she said before stretching her head over to Gummy with a large grin and bedhead.
Good morning, Gummy.
Her head swings back into position before pushing the covers off and walking up to Gummy, picking him up by her left hoof and stuffing him into her mane.
Let's go make some breakfast.
She opens the door and walks downstairs, noticing a large amount of flour on the floor. She gasps, zooming to the bottom to see a mess waiting for her.
Oh no!
Shouts Pinkie, looking around the messy establishment.
Not again!
Cabinets have been opened. A chocolate cake that was supposed to be delivered today is gone. A few cupcakes have been eaten with crumbs and frosting on the floor, and the ice cream freezer is half empty. And the tables are a mess with post-chewed gum sticking all over. These occurrences have been happening for the past few days as more and more things get stolen, including a whole jar of gummy bears. Pinkie grits her teeth and stomps her right hoof.
That does it!
She shouts.
Somebody has been stealing, and he or she is going to be in big trouble.
Pinkie then looks back to the flower and notices something unusual. There are a set of footprints, but not that of a pony. These footprints are different. They have the feet with four skinny toes. Could it be a dragon or some unknown creature?
Never in my life have I seen such bizarre footprints like these,
said Pinkie before looking to Gummy with his head popping up from her mane.
What do you think, Gummy?
The tiny alligator blinks as Pinkie looks back to the bizarre footprints.
I guess it's a mystery to us both.
She looked towards the direction to where the footprints lead, making their way towards the open door.
Gummy, looks like I have to solve this mystery,
she said before her stomach gurgled.
After breakfast, leave this mess and a good shower.
It's noon as Pinkie leaves the comforts of her home, including Gummy. As she walks out the door, she notices a piece of unopened taffy a few feet away. She takes the piece into her hoof and gives it a few sniffs.
It's from them,
said Pinkie quietly, stuffing the piece into her mane. She brings the upper half of her body to the ground, placing her muzzle to the ground and following the scent coming from the piece of taffy like a dog trying to find its missing ball. She continues to sniff the ground as ponies stare at her with cocked brows, unsure of what Pinkie is doing. As she continued, she finds another piece of candy, only this time it's a red lollipop.
These things must really like candy,
said Pinkie, taking the lollipop and sticking it into her mane.
Twilight. Oh, it's Twilight.
Hey there, Pinkie,
said a familiar voice. Pinkie looks up to see Twilight looking down at her with an awkward smile. Pinkie jolts up, dusting off some dirt from her chest.
Hey there, Twilight,
said Pinkie with a smile.
What exactly are you doing?
Looking for thieves.
Thieves?
They've been stealing from Sugar Corner for the past few days, and I'm gonna catch those sugar-toothed thieves.
Do you need any help?
I'll be fine, Twilight.
Just be careful, Pinkie.
I'll be super careful.
Pinkie goes back to sniffing the ground, walking past Twilight and moving forward with the scent she's tracking.
Okay, the trail ends here.
Pinkie looks up to see that she's staring straight into the entrance of the Everfree Forest.
Everfree?
Said Pinkie with surprise.
They sure came a long way from here. I wonder if they're hungry because nothing tastes good in here for them.
Pinky walks in, passing by some bushes and into the forest, as the chirping of birds began dying down from the entrance. The forest was quiet, with the exception of cricket noises, sounds of the wind brushing against the leaves of trees, and the sound of laughter. Wait, laughter? Pinky brings her ear up and points it to the direction where the laughter is the loudest.
Laughter in Everbury? That's strange, but I love laughter.
She walks towards the laughter as sticks and twigs under her hoofs snap and crack. The further she went, not only was there laughter, but the sound of a crackling fire. A few feet ahead, a flickering light shines past through a bush. Pinky quietly sneaks towards the bush and looks above with her ears down to not catch any attention. What she sees is rather bizarre than any other creature she has seen in Equestria. There's a large fire flickering up towards the top of the trees. There are about 4 creatures with red fur on the back of their hands, from elbow to the torso and to their feet. Their hair, too, is red with large pointy ears. Their mouths look beak-like with few sharp teeth that poke out. They even have tails with red hair at the tip of it. One thing that also catches her surprise are the feet, which consist of 4 toes, including 4 fingers.
These definitely are the thieves,
whispered Pinky to herself.
Hey guys! Oh, sorry.
Hey guys!
Shouts a voice from behind Pinky, making her turn around to see another one of these things, but was chunkier than the other 3.
I found something.
Hi!
Said Pinky with an awkward smile.
Hey there yourself.
Replied the creature before getting closer to her and picking her up.
What are you going to do with me?
Asked Pinky, worried. The creature ignores her as he brings her close to the others.
Look what I found.
Said the creature as he sets Pinky in the middle of the 4 creatures.
What is it?
Asked one with a white mustache.
It's funny looking.
Said another creature with a patch of white hair above its brow.
Are you from the place that has scrumptious treats?
Asked another.
Those are good.
Said a creature with a fatter nose.
I'm from that place that you 4 have been stealing, and I want you 4 to stop.
Where are we supposed to eat and get our groove on?
Asked the chunky creature.
Groove?
Said Pinky, cocking a brow.
You things know how to party?
Yeah.
They all said, nodding down at Pinky.
Can you things show me what you can do? Tell you what, if you impress me, I'll let you guys live with me, and together we can have parties beyond your wildest dreams.
Can we even eat those things we take?
Sure.
The 5 creatures walked 2 feet away from Pinky, discussing quietly to one another. Pinky stands up and brushes off a stick, watching them huddled and whispering. They then break the huddle and turn towards Pinky with smiles on their mouths.
Let's have a good time,
said the creature with a white patch. The creature with a mustache pulls off his head, making Pinky gasp with surprise. The head gives out a laugh as it gets tossed to the chunky creature, who makes his head fly off, using his ears to make the head flutter. The creature with the mustache's head lands on the chunky body, while the other hand lands on the other, making the creatures giggle, Pinky included. The 2 walk towards one another until the 2 trip, making their heads jump off and landing onto the correct bodies. The creatures stand up and laugh along with the other 3.
Ta-da!
Said the 5, making Pinky clap her hooves.
Anything else?
Asked Pinky.
Hey, boss.
Said the creature with the mustache.
Show her the eye thing.
Whoa.
said the creature with a white patch. He takes his fingers and pokes his eyes, making Pinky gasp as the creature points his eyes towards her.
I don't want to see that, please,
said Pinky, disgusted.
Sorry.
Said the eyeless creature, putting his eyeballs back into the eye socket.
That's okay. You guys seem like fun. Do you 5 have names?
We don't.
Said the creature with a mustache.
Anything to call you?
Together we are the Fireys.
Said the fiery with a white patch.
I happen to be the leader.
Fireys? Never heard of your kind before.
We see your kind a lot.
Said the chunky fiery.
We're everywhere.
Said Pinky with a giggle.
Would you Fireys like to be my friend?
Sure.
Said the 5, nodding their heads. Pinky sticks out her hoof as the leader of the Fireys shakes it, making the other 3 fling their heads up with hoots of joy.
Will we get food?
Asked the leader.
You sure will, along with drinks and a place to sleep. Better than sleeping out here. It's dangerous.
I hate the dirt.
Said a fiery.
It's not too comfortable.
Can we party there?
Sure you can. I'll even bring some friends.
The more the better.
Said the leader. The next day, Twilight, along with Applejack, Fluttershy, Rarity, Rainbow Dash, and Starlight, walked together towards Sugar Cube Corner, getting an invite to Pinky's for a mysterious party for her friends to know about. I wonder what Pinky's party is about, wondered Rainbow Dash, flying above the 5 mares.
I don't know either.
Said Starlight.
She didn't give too much info on what it'll be.
Whatever it is,
Said Twilight.
it's gonna be fun.
As the friends make it towards Sugar Cube Corner, Twilight opens the door, looking into the empty establishment without any surprise by Pinky.
Pinky?
Called out Twilight, looking around for the giggly mare.
Where are you?
Hey! Shouts Rainbow Dash, landing on her hooves and walking into the middle of the establishment. Where are you, Pinky?
Darling.
Asked Rarity, walking in with the others behind.
Did she ask to meet her here?
Asked Fluttershy.
Well, she did.
Said Applejack.
Perhaps she's late.
Suddenly, behind the counter, the leader of the Fireys jumps high and lands in front of Dashie, making her take a few steps back as the creature laughs.
What in the hay is that?
It's Applejack as the mares walk backwards towards the door.
Where are you going?
Asked another Fiery from behind them, shutting the door.
The party is just beginning.
A Fiery with a flat nose clangs 2 wooden spoons, creating a rhythm, while the other 3 Fireys began dissembling themselves, tossing their heads to one another, making the mares watch with shock, seeing these bizarre creatures dissemble their own heads and not die.
Hey guys!
Said Pinky, coming from upstairs wearing a red suit with the colors of the Fireys, along with fake ears and a beak-like mouth with paper teeth.
Look at my new friends. They're really, really, really fun.
Said Twilight, confounded.
These are your friends?
They are. Twilight, meet the Fireys.
Fireys?
Fireys? Said the confused mare.
Yeah,
Said the chunky Fiery, jumping right beside Pinky.
that's right. We don't mean any harm.
Said the Fiery with the mustache, upside down to Twilight's right.
We just want to party.
said the leader as he places his head back onto his body. They seem like cool creatures, said Rainbow Dash, flying beside the fiery leader, shaking her tail.
That's it.
Said the fire.
Have some fun.
Rainbow Dash smiles as the fiery leader smiles along with her.
Any friend of Pinky's is a friend of mine,
said Fluttershy as the fiery with the fat nose comes up to her, placing a dandelion in her mane.
I guess I can handle these so-called fieries,
said Rarity.
Oh, what the hey.
Said Applejack, rolling her eyes with a smile.
Might as well get along with them too.
See, Twilight?
Said Pinky, cocking her head with a smile.
Nothing to worry about.
I guess.
Said Twilight.
As long as you have them under control, then they can stay here.
Thanks, Thanks, Twilight.
Said Pinky, hugging her friend tightly.
See, fellas.
Said the fiery leader.
What?
Said the others.
Let's get Twilight and her friends to chili down with us. Yeah.
They all shouted, giving out a laugh of joy.
Author's note. Hope you enjoy this. It was an idea that just popped in my head one day and thought it would work.